Point 1, know your current status. So for me, and bear in mind guys, anything I say is from my perspective, and I hope it helps you, but obviously you need to put your own slant on it. The way things affect me and the way I think about things are not going to be the same as everybody. Listen to the question and then put your own spin on it. That's kind of what I'm saying. So I'm not trying to dictate to anybody. Don't think that, right? Know your current status. And my status is I'm unfit, I'm overweight, I'm probably rather unhealthy, I'm definitely unhappy. I wouldn't say I was depressed, but we have a difficult family dynamic here, and I'm a happy, upbeat, positive kind of guy, but I haven't been for years, if that makes sense. So all the videos on YouTube, oh God, there's so much I've got to talk about. Now is not the time, but all the videos on YouTube, if you watch my early ones, you see how slow I speak, how negative I sound. Things have improved, which is why I think I'm ready to take the next step now. But anyway, that's where I am. That is my current status. The most important thing when you're doing something like this is that you're mentally ready. That's why I'm taking this first week to set myself up. You have to be mentally ready. And at the moment, mentally, I am tired. I am physically weak and I am mentally tired. Two states that I absolutely don't want for myself, and nobody does want to be mentally tired or physically weak, and to be both is a really bad place to be. So this is going to be tough. I mean, this is going to be really tough. If your mind isn't right, none of this is going to work, because if you haven't got the willpower and the dedication and the mental strength to keep going when everything inside you is saying, this is just stupid, you're wasting your time, I haven't got the energy, I can't be bothered, I'm so angry, I'm so stressed. If you can't silence that and push through it, you've got no chance whatsoever. So the most important thing is to get some sleep, some proper sleep patterns. Make sure you're getting a good 7, 8, 9 hours, whatever you need. There's I've read these reports and theories and stuff that the body sleeps in 3-hour periods. Now I have to say, at times in my life where I've had a late night and I've got to get up for work the next morning, didn't always make the right decisions. If I had 3 hours sleep, I'd actually wake up and feel fine for the whole day. If I had like 5 hours or 4 hours sleep, no, I'd be in a terrible state. So I think there's actually some truth to that 3-hour cycle thing. But this is just my opinion. It's just me. It's not the same for everybody. Getting some sleep, that is the most important thing, because if you've got a clear state of mind, you can start making good decisions, and good decisions lead to big changes. Next thing, once you're feeling mentally on top of things, set your priorities. Now, your first priority, and this might sound weird to some of you, especially those of you who've had like a Christian upbringing where you're supposed to put others first and so on and so forth. I'm not saying anything against that. I'm just saying that this is a personal journey and you have to put yourself first. That might seem really selfish, but honestly, if you don't do what's right for you, it won't happen. And you've got to think as well that, if you're not fit, happy and healthy, you can't help anybody else anyway. So putting yourself first is really putting other people first. I hope you can follow my logic on that. So once you have your priorities set, obviously mine, it's going to be me, it's going to be my family, it's going to be my work, and then it's going to be YouTube. And then there's a few other things as well. But that's how my priorities are going to be set. But then my priorities are kind of set like that all the time anyway. Maybe I'm going to squeeze a few more in there as the weeks progress or whatever. But basically that's where I'm starting. Know your triggers. I have some huge triggers. I am a self-confessed, and I don't mind admitting it, I am a crispaholic. I could eat all the crisps in a supermarket in a couple of days, probably. I think I could. I really genuinely think I could just annihilate all of those crisps. I love crisps. The crunchy, the texture, the flavours. Crispy, crispy, crispy. I know that's a trigger of mine. It's a terrible trigger of mine. I have a few other triggers, things like pepperamis and cheese. I love cheese. Oh my God. So I have these triggers, and you have to be aware of them, because you don't have to avoid them, but you have to know in advance that you're going to behave or react to the sight, the sound, the smell, the thought of these things. And you need to have like a plan in place of how you're going to deal with that, because it's not going to be easy. I think about crisps probably 50 times a day. It's not normal, and I know it's bad. And to be honest, technically, I don't think my real trigger is crisps as such. I think it's salt. I think I'm addicted to salt. knocking salt on the head is what I did last time I got fit and healthy. And in about a week, actually, I started feeling way better. I cut out caffeine, which is another, if I feel tired, I try and get a coffee or something like that. Caffeine, salt, and to some extent sugar. I'm not really a sweet tooth person, I'm a savoury guy. But those are the three things. I mean, they're going to be the triggers probably for everybody. I know if there are crisps, I'm weak, but really what I'm craving is the salt that's in the crisps. I'm pretty sure of that. So they're my triggers, and you've got to have like replacement foods for those things. So the apple I had this morning, I actually really like those. They're so juicy and crunchy, and they're really nice. I didn't enjoy it this morning. I don't know why, but I don't know why that is. But you've got to have some sort of replacement foods like that. Maybe raisins instead of crisps, apples, bananas, healthy stuff. Wise, sensible decisions. I don't like these diet things, but it doesn't take a genius to work out that eating an apple is better for you than eating a packet of crisps. That's what I'm saying. Once you've got these kind of things sorted out, water. That's your next thing. In fact, water maybe is more important than the food. I don't know. But you've got to start drinking more water. That means cutting down on your caffeine, your coffee and your caffeine intake. I drink quite a bit of tea, I guess. I drink caffeine-free diet Pepsi Max, which sounds awful, I'm sure, but it tastes pretty good to me. But I want to knock all that kind of stuff on the head and really start getting some water in. Now, you can get fruit juices and stuff like that, squashes, to make water taste better. I don't recommend doing that very often because they're so high in sugar. But certainly, if you're drinking water all day and you're like, oh my God, I just cannot face another water, then by all means, have some squash. Do you know what I mean? Keep your water levels up, like 2 litres a day, I think is what you're supposed to be drinking. Maybe even 3 if it's hot. To kind of have some way of tracking how much water you're taking in, because it does make a huge difference to your mindset being dehydrated, and especially if you're going to start exercising, you're going to find that you're even more dehydrated than usual. So drinking water is a really important thing. It might seem trivial, but actually it's going to be huge. And I don't know why I'm saying it like I'm giving you advice. This is what I'm going to do. This is my advice to me. I'm going to have to listen to my video back and get this through in my head. I'm going to have to listen to this every day. And it's already 17 minutes long, so I'm going to have to speed along here a bit. Get your 5 a day, or 7 a day, or whatever the hell it is now. Fruit, vegetables. I love vegetables. Not all of them, but most of them. Fruit, I quite like. Apples, bananas, grapes, raisins, hundreds of things. Just increase the amount of this stuff that you're eating. Cut down on the salt and eat more fibre. Fibre is so important for your digestive system. There are a lot of breakfasts that are full of sugars and lots of bad things, but I'm sure you'll know, in the UK at least, we have stuff like Weetabix and All Bran, and getting these sort of high fibre foods is very, very important. Another thing that you can increase eating is fish. Fish is very good for you. Fish and chicken, 2 kind of meats that you can eat every day and not feel guilty about. Chicken obviously is very high in protein, so if you're exercising, a large amount of chicken in your diet is probably a good thing. And you'll see that any of these serious fitness fanatics, they've got chicken and vegetables in just about every meal, and there's a reason for that, and the reason is that it's good for you. Cut down on saturated fats. I love cheese, and I love cheeseburgers. Oh my God. I can see one now. Which is, I can't actually. This is a story for another day, but when I had my car accident, I lost the ability to visualise in my mind, which has caused me huge amounts of problems, but I'm digressing. So I can't actually see a cheeseburger, but I can kind of taste it on my tongue, and I can see like a fuzzy outline of a burger in my mind's eye. Anyway, I'm digressing. Get active. Now, I'm not putting any pressures on myself this week, so I'm not saying I want to do an hour's exercise every day, which is what I used to do. I used to run a mile every day, and then I built that up to 2 miles, and then 3, and then 5, and then 10, and then, to be honest, once I got to 5, I could just run and run and run and run, and nothing would stop me. I had unlimited amounts of energy. But just get active. Obviously I work at the PC, I'm a software developer, so a lot of my time is sat on my backside, looking at screens, using my brain, typing with my fingers. That is not active enough. That is a sedentary life, and that is very bad for you. And for me, that's something I definitely need to address. So every hour, get up, have a walk around, walk downstairs, get some water, that kind of thing. Anything, just get the blood flowing, get moving. Then you're going to have to set some realistic goals. Primarily, this is probably going to be around weight loss and exercise regimes, but I highly recommend that you start gently. Because if you just go like me. I used to be very strong. I could lift heavy weights. I could run fast for miles and miles and miles and miles. If I tried to do that today, A, I know I wouldn't make it. B, I'd probably pull a muscle, twist a knee, damage a ligament, and that's it. Then I've screwed up my exercise regime, just by going too hard too fast. So start gently, but do exercise. And also, especially at the beginning for me, when weight loss is, a really good morale booster, then just remember that big muscles burn fat faster. So, doing stuff with your thighs, cycling, running, rowing, lifting weights. Just, sort of base your exercises around that, I guess. Don't be afraid to fail. This is definitely a mental thing. But if you don't reach your target, that's okay. It's not going to be easy. And to be honest, if you're making it too easy that you never fail, you're probably not working hard enough to make any difference. So don't be afraid to fail. Push your goals. Keep moving your goalposts and keep pushing yourself. Make it difficult. Fail, that's okay. Start again. And not just exercise, but food as well. Like today, I've had orange juice and an apple, and that's, I'm going to have something healthy for lunch and then hopefully something healthy for dinner. I don't get to decide what we have for dinner. I get dictated to. But I'm trying, I'm pushing, I'm encouraging healthy food options for dinner, and hopefully that's going to come through. But, say I have a weak moment and I have a packet of crisps. That doesn't mean, I failed. That's it, go away, never do it again. You just, god damn it. Why was I weak and not on the ball there and allowed myself to eat those crisps when I know I shouldn't eat crisps, and all that salt, and you're going to get that salt drug high. Okay, you're ballsed up, you got it wrong. That's okay, don't worry about it. Go back to bed, get an early night, make sure you wake up the next morning fresh and healthy, get your healthy breakfast in, start again. It's not a big deal. Just remember as well that every good decision is a victory step towards your goal. Every single good decision. I'm not saying don't drink tea and coffee as well. I'm all for wake up and have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee in the morning, but then try and maybe not have another one for the rest of the day, or just one at lunchtime, something like that. Don't do what I'm doing at the moment, which is, oh God, I've got to finish this work where I'm so tired, I can't do it anymore. Go and have a coffee, packet of crisps, get that energy boost, come back to work, get the job done. That's really not helping me. That's causing me more problems. So try and avoid that is what I'm saying. But if you've got an option between a third or fourth coffee of the day and a glass of water, making that good decision is going to help you. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes, the better you feel, and the greater the whole world starts to appear. Now, this is a big one, and probably the thing that scares me most about doing this. It's avoiding negative, difficult, stressful people. Now, I'm not going to name names, but I do have a negative, unhelpful, self-centered, argumentative person in my life, and avoiding that person is very difficult. But you cannot use that as an excuse, or I cannot use that as an excuse. I have to find a way to deal with that. It's important. The last two things, I'm not an alcoholic. I don't drink very much. To be totally honest with you, I don't really enjoy drinking a great deal. When I was a young man, me and my friends, we all used to have a drink and a giggle and a laugh, and it was fun. But life isn't like that now, and I'd much rather have a bottle of wine over a nice meal, watch a film, something like that. But there is a huge amount of calories in alcohol, so avoid it like the plague. If you really want to lose weight, then alcohol is one of the best ways to do it, because it feels like you're taking nothing in because it's just liquid, but actually the amount of calories in a beer or in a glass of wine are unbelievably high. So cut alcohol out as best you can. Last time I did this, I didn't drink alcohol for 3 months, and it wasn't like, the struggle within. Nothing at all, no issues. The happier, healthier I felt, the less alcohol was in any way. I was quite happy to have a drink. If I'd have gone to a wedding or something to celebrate someone's birthday, I'd have had a drink with everybody else and have but other than that, no, I just wasn't interested. I certainly don't need it on a daily basis, even now. But even just, the end of the week, it's a Friday, everyone likes to have a drink on a Friday night. Not really. I don't need it. I've got other more important, better things to do with my life than just have a couple of drinks and put all those dead calories on. I don't smoke. I used to smoke, but obviously I don't need to tell you, but giving up smoking is probably one of the most important things you can do. It's also going to be one of the most difficult things you can do. So, I'm not trivializing that in any way. I have it on my list, and I thought I'd mention it. So anyway, guys, that is the plan. And this has been an awfully long video, way longer than I was expecting. I thought it was going to be about 5 to 10 minutes long, considerably longer than that. I wouldn't be surprised if nobody has made it to the end, but for those of you who have, thank you very much, guys. This is something I'm very, very serious about, and I'm not doing it for personal gain or financial gain or whatever. This is genuinely a health and happiness thing that I need to do for myself, and I'm happy to put it on YouTube and share it because I think I know how difficult it is, and uploading this video is going to be one of the scariest things I ever do. Starting the new channel, that's going to be one of the scariest things I ever do. But if it helps some people, then it's worth doing. It really is worth doing. So that's it from me, guys. I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Until next time, goodbye from Sim UK. The next video on this matter, on this subject, is going to be on the new channel. Once I've figured out what I'm going to call the channel and it's set up and it's ready to go, I'll let you guys know what it is, and then you can follow me on this journey over there, and then Sim UK won't be sort of involved in this kind of thing anymore. But guys, once again, thank you so much for your kind words of encouragement. Absolutely blown away by how supportive some of you guys have been, and yeah, I really genuinely appreciate it. And kind of, you know, what's that film, Pay It Forward? I'm trying to do something good for myself and maybe other people in the world. You guys have given me that kind of support and encouragement back, so you're paying it back to me. That encourages me to pay it back to you. Do you know what I mean? It's a swings and roundabouts thing, and hopefully somebody somewhere is really going to benefit from this video. I hope I'm one of those people, being totally honest, because this is a serious thing. I do need to make some changes in my life, so I hope it's going to benefit me, but I also hope it benefits other people. And once it's up there on YouTube, I won't be taking it down. As embarrassing as it is, you know, all the tough, difficult moments, whatever, that's all going to stay up there, and hopefully for somebody else to see that they know they're not alone, they know they're doing the right thing. Do you know what I mean? Just yeah, all that kind of good stuff. So that's it. That's the video today, and yeah, you've basically been watching me tidy my desk, which, to quote a great man, Sir Winston Churchill, we shape our surroundings, thereafter they shape us. I want to have a nice tidy desk because I want to have a nice tidy mind and a nice tidy life. That's the best I can do. That's all I have to give today. Thank you so much for listening. Take care. Goodbye for now.